Disclaimer, I do not advocate one over the other. Open versus concealed carry. They both have advantages and disadvantages. I personally do both. When I point out that you should not tell somebody one is better than the other, what I mean is do not present it as fact. You're allowed to give your opinion, because that's all that it is, an opinion. If you open carry, do not really attack somebody that conceals. If you conceal, do not attack people that open carry. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be working together to disprove every lie anti-gun people throw out to the public, which, let's face it, is a lie. So instead of arguing over which is better, we need to stick together. Anyways, enjoy the video. Okay, I apologize. The title is kind of misleading. It is a rant, but just not from my perspective. I wasn't going to tell you which group this happened in because I did not want that to be the focus of the video, but screw it, I don't care anymore. I don't remember how long ago it was. Could have been a month, 2 months, I don't know. But I joined a group simply called Atheist or something to that effect. The only problem is 90% of the posts had nothing to do with it. It was either political or some other crap. Anyways, somebody posted a picture of, I believe, a rifle. Now, unfortunately, I didn't make screenshots of any of this crap. So, unfortunately, the only thing you have to do is go on my word, which, let's face it, YouTube. That's what most people expect you to do. Anyways, the picture was a rifle, and the caption read, "Gun people or something to the effect of gun people care more about their guns than the safety and lives of children." And I called out BS on this because one has nothing to do with the other. In fact, I use my gun to protect my child. That's why I have it, to protect my family. So it has nothing to do with caring about one over the other. I use one to protect the other. Anyways, that shit crazy woman pops in there and directs her attacks at me. Mainly because of my profile picture. I mean, it actually triggered her. And I hate using that word. I'd rather hear bothered or anything like that. Not those BS words that most millennials or social justice warriors who can't handle any criticism use. But my picture sent her off the freaking deep end. Now, I'm not going to tell you who this person is because, well, I don't target people. That's just rude. But her whole complaint was about open carry. And she lives in Texas, where it was made legal this year. I mean, you still have to have a permit to conceal. The only difference is, when it comes to law, you can now open carry. You still have to do everything you have to do to conceal, but now you can open carry. She went straight out ballistic. Now, when she first went ballistic, I just made the safe assumption that she was anti-gun, spewing the same crap anti-gun people spew. Then she comes back with saying she has a CHL and a Desert Eagle, much better than the piece of crap I have. Now, I don't see what comparing guns has anything to do with it, but apparently that was her target. Now, checking her profile, what limited access I had to her pictures, there was zero proof of this. Now, she backs it up by saying she doesn't shove her gun in other people's faces or post pictures all over the web to intimidate people. Basically, in her mind, open carrying is intimidating people, nothing else. There's no other reason to do it. Let's see here. My theory on her, now it's just a theory, and I have no way to ever prove this, is that she is an anti-gun person. Well, she's a hypocrite for one. Anytime a gun owner spews the anti-gun crap, they're a hypocrite. She used every buzzword the anti-gun people use. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if she Googled buzzwords by anti-gun morons and just went down the list. But anyways, she basically said anti-gun people, or not anti-gun, open carry people are idiots. They only do it to intimidate. she conceals out of respect for others so she doesn't shove her gun down their throats. That has zero to do with respect, nothing to do with it. There are plenty of officers who are off duty who open carry. I mean, she just went on a complete rant. Now, here's how I see it. She's an anti-gun person who, now I have no clue if she actually has her permit or a gun or when she got it. Now, I have this theory that the second they made open carry legal, that she got her permit and her gun because, like every anti-gun person out there, whenever there's open carry, they make the dumb-ass assumption that open carry people are going to be out in public, lose their temper, and just start randomly firing at people. So in her mind, she got her permit and her gun to protect herself from when an open carry person just loses their damn mind. Now, I hate to break this to you, but that's paranoia. You're literally the definition of why some people shouldn't have guns. And then she threw homosexual at me, every other thing, and every time she responded to me, she said, "This is my problem," and posted this picture over and over. It got ridiculous. And she also told a story about how she was in Target one day, and I have no clue if she was concealing or not because she did not make that point clear. But apparently somebody was open carrying in the infant section of Target, and she basically admitted to verbally assaulting this person. And her constant reason for doing this was he was in the infant section. So one can only assume that if he was in electronics or the bike section or any other section, it would have been just fine with her. But he was in the infant section, so she lost her goddamn mind. I mean, this crazy lady went batshit crazy. These are the type of people who, now this is my opinion, type of people who should not be carrying weapons. You don't get to advocate for the Second Amendment, but then enforce how you believe it should be interpreted onto others. You don't get to say, well, I believe in the Second Amendment, but you cannot open carry, or you shouldn't conceal carry. You can't advocate for one or the other. You either accept that people have the right and the entirety of the right to bear arms, or none at all. You don't get to pick and choose. I randomly do both. I have a permit, but I randomly open carry and I randomly conceal. I do not open carry to intimidate people. That is not my reason. If you're intimidated, that is your issue, not mine. But honestly, when I try to now my profile picture is still up. I never took it down. I didn't remove myself from that group because I realized the argument was pointless, and 90% of the posts on that group had zero to do with the title of that group. Now, a lot of people know why I did my profile picture. I was inspired by somebody else who did a Christmas photo. I thought it was a cool picture, so I posted it. 99.9% of the response to that picture have been positive. Very few negative. Basically, people thought it was a cool picture. Other than that, they did not care. But again, to every gun owner out there, you don't get to decide how somebody represents the Second Amendment unless they've gone off the damn deep end. You don't get to say open carry versus concealed carry or the other way, one is better than the other. And for you idiots out there who say, well, I don't like open carry because you can't tell who's the criminal and who's not. Okay, for one, that's BS. Criminals don't open carry. Matter of fact, most criminals don't holster a handgun or open carry that way. Find me one thing on the internet that's not BS that showed a criminal was open carrying. As much as you say you can't tell the difference, it has never happened or been reported. So until you can find something that shows me that it actually happens, just shut up. Now, I know most people are going to say, well, if you don't like what she was saying, you should have ignored her. I defended my position on gun rights, and when I realized it was pointless, as she had already lost her damn mind, I gave up responding And there was another gun rights activist in there that was also responding, and she just kept repeating the same Target story. At some point, I just removed myself from the group and left. That's what you should do. If it wasn't because wasn't because she hurt my feelings. It's because she was spouting BS, and you can't debate with stupid. It just doesn't happen. So all you people out there, you gun owners, whether you open carry or conceal, and you want to talk negatively about the other side of it, what I mean by other side is, open carry versus conceal. If you want to talk negatively about the other side, you're one of those people who consider a butter. I support the Second Amendment, but I don't think you should do this. Now, I don't believe in walking hand to hand with rifles, because that just doesn't help the cause. I mean, if it's legal where you are, that's fine. But I won't do it. And she also posted a bunch of dumb pictures of people with rifles insulting them, which is kind of odd because I don't own a rifle, but apparently I reminded her of those pictures even though she had no clue who I was. But she's an anti-gun person who's a hypocrite, and from what she was spouting, she probably shouldn't own a firearm. That's just my personal opinion. Because I can see her actually seeing somebody who's open carrying, whose hand just moves in the general direction of firearm that's openly displayed, and her getting scared for that moment and pulling her gun. That's assuming she actually has one. Again, no proof of this. I'm just going by what she said. Again, she was mental. She was basically out of her damn mind. Batshit crazy. Hey, thanks for watching this video all the way through, assuming you made it all the way through. If you're new here, please subscribe and share. If you're not new here, please share. Thanks, and have a nice day. Only we can end unarmed victim zones.